Welcome to another Kingscrusher Chess 24 Banter Blitz. I'm just checking on my preview before we start. So it should be previewing soon for me, just to reassure me. Yep, we're live. Okay, I'll start the first challenge. Welcome to another, unmute that. Galactic. Hello, Galactic from Switzerland. Okay, I'll try and play maybe a King's Engine defense. Classical. Try and hold down the c5 square. Unpin. This is a classic. Well, I think it's a classic plan. I think Fischer's used that. c7's protected at the moment. That's one benefit of the knight on a6. So I'll try for f5, f4. This looks like an old Fischer game at the moment. Fischer was an exponent of the King's Engine defense. Try and roll down the king's side. So my plan is g4 to get to play g4. Maybe queen g6, g4. This is very thematic by white at the moment. So I'm holding d6 there as well. Pressing, I want to press for g4. That's unpleasant at the moment. Is g4 possible? Bishop b6, rook d7. Knight b6 looks pretty scary as well. Looks a bit scary at the moment. Knight c5, bishop b4. Mind you, yeah, knight b6 is threatened, so I'm going to do something about knight b6. I'm getting torn bits here. Is it worth playing for g4? This looks a bit dodgy to say the least. And knight d6. Try and generate some play somewhere. g4, knight g5. I've got to play g4 to get some counterplay on this side, which is where you usually get counterplay in the King's Engine. So g4, I'm hoping, is going to be dangerous. If you play the King's Engine, you kind of get used to your queen side getting demolished. You just kind of, yeah, tune yourself in for that fact. Usually, I'll cover against d7 with my bishop being here. He's kind of encouraging me to delay all the time. g4, but he had probably queen d5 check, and knight takes e5 if I didn't cover the d5 square. Okay, again, I'm being distracted over here. Knight c6, I don't really want to hurry. I'm hoping to get a tempo at some point. Will he move his bishop to allow g4? Please let me play g4. I need the counterplay. Come on, give me some counterplay. You know you want to. Okay. I'll take that one. Yeah. Okay, finally getting something, I think. Brewing up something on the king side, I hope. Before it's too late. G takes looks a little bit as though it should be a concern. It should be a concern for white, I hope. With bishop h3, maybe g3 here. Is that too slow? I'll try and break down the light squares with f3, I think. All right. Queen h5. So I'm on f3. The queen's far away to protect f3 here. Actually, these guys are not helping f3 in particular. So, what was it Nakamura said about the King's Engine? He doesn't like playing it because it's kind of stressful at a high level. Yeah, but when he does play it, it's huge fun. He's beaten Vishy Anand with it. I annotated that game. Oh, it's bishop h3 here. King f2. That's interesting. And if I played this, okay, and nothing's cooking there at the moment. Trying to shield myself. Yes, this king exit is a bit of a concern, actually. Well, it's bishop c4. Doesn't give me anything of great significance, but does free up the bishop. I do wonder if... Okay. There's bishop d7, tactical button f7. So if I protect f7, hold on a sec, then do I get to play bishop d7 just to try and win a piece? Opportunistically is queen g8 now. Alright, I have to stop queen g8. Or do I? It's pretty scary. Oh, good. That looks like a move which I don't want to see on the board. To say the least. Blimey. So I'm just getting mated. I don't think I've got defense. Maybe I've got a viable defense. That's a shame. Looks without defense. Cannot see anything. Oh dear. Okay, well played. I don't like starting with a loss. Oh well. Okay, thanks for the game. Bad king safety by me. Oh man, I really I neglected my king slightly. That was a killer knight, rook queen there. Let's go for an attack here. It was a good king evacuation though. I thought I was going to get some sort of attack and didn't. Try this. It's 94. Alright, so is f4 knight f5? Oh, okay, this looks as I might be attacking in this game rather than trying to defend. Horribly, I hate defending. Oh dear, oh, I hate defending. Okay, so I think I've got an attack. I'm trying to defend, not very successfully. Okay. Alright, so g2 here. Okay, this looks a bit of fun to be had. Thanks for the game, Duke Crusher. Thanks. Okay, so Azure Mist. Is there something new here? I have to check that out after. Auto commentate. Oh, okay. So this is kind of trying to hold up d5 and yeah, some pressure. Give up b7. I don't mind giving up b7. I think might be a bit of a gambit. I hope this is a viable gambit. Well, actually knight c5, check, bishop d7, I'm not sure how handy that is. Well, there is queen e7 and knight d3 after. So knight c5, then bishop. Do I want to do that? I'm not sure. Okay. Maybe here and just bishop d6. Okay, can I castle? Okay, quickly for rook e8, knight c5. This looks as though it could be a bit of fun to play for me soon after check and knight c5. Auto commentator. What is auto commentator? Oh my god, I'm just intrigued. I'll turn it off if it's really annoying. What is auto commentator? It's on, right?
Queen to b5.
Actually, that's quite funny.
Check.
Yes, it is quite funny.
Baboom. Give me your pawns, baby.
It's a dual commentary today. This guy seems a bit more cheerful. He didn't lose in the first game.
Looking for some action.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Really?
Yeah, I want to make on B2, man.
Queen comes to b6. Looking for some action.
Yeah, you got that right. B2, here we go.
Queen a3.
This guy reminds me of somebody. Okay. Let me see. Can I take on? Let's take on d5.
Give me that.
Yeah.
The bishop comes to a5.
I know, that's dangerous looking, isn't it? Oh dear, it's dangerous looking. What about taking on f2 then? Come on. We've got queen e3, we've got rook b2, we've got knight e3.
Give me your pawns, baby. Give it to me.
I know. I want to get my rooks on his king, man. Oh, this guy's definitely more cheerful, man.
Bishop to c3.
Whoa, there's checkmate, isn't there? Checkmate.
Queen to c2. Baboom.
Yeah, thanks.
Checkmate.
Yes. Checkmate. We'll go on to the next game. Let's go on to the next game. Hook Slayers, or whatever. Or Hawk's Layers. Whatever the way you want to say it.
e4.
I know, dangerous.
e6.
It's boring, isn't it?
Let's go, come on.
I know. Tarash.
e5. Knight d2.
Yes.
Knight to f6.
What is this?
e5. I hope you don't get crushed too soon. Knight to e4. Bishop goes to d3. Boom! Baboom! Give me your pawns, baby. Bishop e7.
This guy's really
Knight f3.
insightful. Okay, so Queen c2. I think he does a better job than some YouTubers.
c3, step by step. b6. Queen to c2. Baboom. Macarena. Bishop a6.
I'm winning a piece, man, with Queen a4. I'm winning a piece. This is a known trap. Come on, come on. You got to know this.
Give me your pawns, baby. Check, check, check. Queen to D7. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
Okay, that needs to be configured. Alright, so knight G5, G4.
C5. Knight to G5, my friend.
Yes, yes. Want to play G4, G4 for H5.
Give it to me, 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 give it to me.
Ah! Okay.
G4, sending my pawn to the action.
I know. I wanna play H5.
Boom, boom.
Yep, H5 is coming. We're coming here for a hack attack.
Give me that. Give me that. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
Oh, that has to be turned off.
G7, looking for some action.
You cannot be serious. Alright, HG, does anyone want me to turn this off? Alright, let's have a vote. Turn off. Yet, are you all gonna die soon with this? I'm gonna get even more slaughtered than usual in the comments for this for this commentary. Yeah, so okay, who votes? Okay, one to keep. If you vote 1 to keep and 10 to turn off. Do you want to vote now? Sorry, that's a bit ambiguous. Just turn off or keep. Do you want to say how? Oh, thanks for the game. Okay, we got one vote for off. Okay, let's keep the vote running for the next game, if you want.
Here we go. Before.
My only concern is the sometimes excessive repetition.
Come on. Give me your pawns, baby. C3, step by step.
All right, I think there's a few votes for turn off here. That's too annoying. That's too annoying. I'm turning that off, man. I'm sorry. Please turn off. Anyway, back to normal commentary. It was just an experiment. Sometimes, you wanna know what you're missing out on when you experiment, yeah. And I think it needs some fine tuning. the too much repetition at points. Some fine tuning needed. We're having a repeat of last week. Alright, bishop e3 to b6. We're having a kind of repeat of last week's game here. Are you sure you want to play like this, Kramnik student? This is quite a dangerous gambit. It's good for perking you up, though. I gotta say, if you need the lighter-hearted spirit, turn it on for a bit. I think. Definitely adding a bit of fun for a moment there. Adding a bit of fun. So I want to play bishop e3 to b6. Yeah, okay, so is it getting dodgy to keep the knight there? I think it might be. Yeah, let's keep it there. Alright, so bishop e7 I could just take, though. I want to try and create some more weaknesses here, if possible. Okay, so this is like a piece sack now. But if I get a knight into e6, that diagonal is already kind of weakened. So getting a knight to e6 might be a bit of fun. Knight d4 to e6 coming up. So even if he castles, I think it's mildly interesting. And I could be wrong about that. I'm hoping it's interesting for me, this position. So I'm hoping it's a kind of dislocating pawn that I can build some sort of attack with. I might be being optimistic, though. F5 to join that pawn, or play on this side. Okay, being pushed back here. Being pushed back. It doesn't seem that attacking at the moment. I've got to admit, doesn't seem that attacking. So Queen D4. Nope. Not sure where the great compensation is here. At the moment, I would seem to have dubious compensation, if there is any. Mind you, if the knight goes to A8, that doesn't inspire huge confidence either. It comes back, springs back in the game. Can I play? Okay, F5. I don't want to lose that pawn. Oh, he's liberated the pawn now. So I've got potentially E7 and Queen D5. I think there's some danger that's crept in with the knight on A8 here. E7's dangerous. Okay, I'll protect this guy. Yes. I'll keep it protected. There's rook C3 for sure. Queen F3. There's. I'm hoping there's some play here. Knight C3. Keep on the diagonal. How about Bishop D5 for Bishop E7? Yeah, I'll try this way to try and put some pressure on the queen side. Although I'm not convinced. Try and hold these pawns. I get a pawn. I get another pawn, which I'll take, I think. Interesting compensation, I hope. Interesting. This knight, where is it going to go? Alright, I got to defend, I think. Is Queen F3 playable? Oh, Queen D7 looks dangerous. King F8. What about just taking on A6? There's Knight D5. Queen D6 to stop. Knight F4. Maybe. As Queen F1, I don't mind. If it was just one or two pawns. Oh, this Knight E3 looks really dangerous. I think I've lost any thoughts of compensation now. Knight E3. I'm lucky to survive this. I don't think I'm surviving it. I think there was a mate there. I can't get out of this. Nope. Oh, I think I'm doomed. There's also a mate in 2 here. Queen G1. Yeah. Yeah, that was a bit speculative to say the least by me. Thanks. Well played. Okay. It's another beat up Kingscrusher week. Oh dear. That was. I'm so speculative sometimes. That piece sack. I think it's better if the king's stuck in the center. Okay, so bishop f3, knight c2, that sort of thing. Knight c2, just hold that for a moment. E5 might be possible, or is it too dangerous to play that? I'm going to give it a go, I think. Give it a go. I'm thinking the knight e5 d8. I got the knights protecting the bishop here anyway. Can I just do this for a moment? I'm not really. He kind of loses a center pawn. What am I doing? I'm just losing a center pawn. Oh well. There was pressure on the center in any case. Okay, you can just take on d4. I gotta try and stop the bleeding of this session. I gotta try and stop. Okay, this isn't a way to stop the bleeding. Yeah, okay. Can I try bishop takes c6 to try and relieve some pressure or not? I don't know. Knight b4. Knight b4. I'm hoping that this is something. Though there does seem to be bishop d3 if the knight's kicked away. In fact, a5 does seem to be quite dangerous. Okay, a5, queen f3, there's bishop e4. Oh man, okay. What about this one? What about this one? For rook f5, is that a move to try and play rook f5? So it takes rook f5. I'm threatening knight e7. I'm hoping this keeps me in the game. A little bit. Keeps me in the game. Queen takes, rook takes f5. Okay, there is knight e7 check, which is saving my bacon in this particular game, which I'm happy to say, is cheap. But I you know, you got to check the threats, haven't you, on each move? Simplify. I was busted. I was gone. I didn't realise I was beeping. Yeah, under so much pressure this week. I don't know what I've done wrong. Thanks, guys. You're giving me a really hard time here. No, it's good. Okay. I was gone there. I think that was very, very dodgy position. He's not taking here, is he? There is the fence which does that Norwegian defense or something. What on earth is this as well? I was just wondering what this Ishby whatever. I don't know. I don't know, I'm seeing something on my screen. I think maybe it's not on your screen actually. So bishop g5, maybe get the bishop back to g3. Okay. I've never seen an auto commentator. That is a new one for me. During a game, that's a very clever trick. I think it just needs a bit of tuning, and then part of my commentary team here. Just to avoid the excessive repetition, I would say, is my feedback. So knight e5. All right, let me think. Knight e5. It looks good. It looks good. I can't see any major objections to knight e5. And if he takes, I'm going to be forking. I'm going to be playing maybe knight b5 if he's not careful. No, okay. What do I want to do? This is solid when the bishop comes round here. What's this? Okay, it's back. Can I? Yeah, maybe I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this. Where does it lead? Does it lead anywhere interesting? Does it support rook c7 or knight c7? Any use? No, I can't really see a use for it at the moment. I'm wondering, like, just queen b6. I don't think there's any particularly useful thing going on here. I might be mistaken. No, I can't see any point to this. Okay. The knight could go into c7, rook c8, then what? Okay, I'll just accept I'm retreating. Just testing. Obviously not doing anything there. You know what? I'm thinking knight d7 and d5. If only this wasn't like pinned. I think I'm going to do that next if I play this. I'm thinking knight takes, pawn here, queen takes, rook takes, pawn takes, knight takes d5. What I've achieved there, I've sort of blown the center wide open. And maybe there's some piece pressure of interest. I know it's getting the queens off, which is a bit boring generally, but that's not happening. Okay. Solid. All right, we'll go with f4 then. Okay, so I want some weaknesses, man. I need some weaknesses to play with. I've got a nice knight on e5. Is that going to make him give me some weaknesses? Give me some weaknesses. I'm going to treble behind it. Bishop h5, I think g4. Takes here, I don't mind the f-file. Is he going to just tolerate that knight on e5 for ages and ages? I mean, really? Is he going to tolerate it? Aha! Finally! And I get nothing from this, I assume. Realistically. Because he's going to get another solid position. Or is he? Yeah. Okay, there's no f5. Okay, can I play queen g3 as though maybe I'm building up for something? Maybe f5 in the not too distant future. Or in fact, now. Right, bishop d1. I'll have bishop a4 if the knight moves into d3. That's a nice little idea, little trick. But where else can I just go there more naturally for bishop b5? I'm being pushed around here. Why don't I just okay, something, yeah, threats, bishop b5. It's something. Just a6, I assume. Can I put the bishop over here? Okay. I want to keep it on that diagonal. Get the queens off. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was a bit planless. You had a solid position. I was a bit planless. Okay, so well played. I'm playing well played. Okay. Maybe I should play d4 sometimes. Did he do the tick box for creating a game? Did he do the tick box? Okay, I might have to have bought this. You can challenge again later, I think. Add an X. Okay, add an X. You guys doing the tick box? Yeah, okay. I might try Budapest, or Banco Gambit, or something. Get the center here. Don't mind. Oh, he's a bit quick off the mark on the moves. Bit too quick, maybe. Not watching what I'm playing. I'll play Greek Gift here. think you can play knight f3 actually, and then knight f3. Oh, thanks. I don't know. Dave Deverium, Deverenum. Okay, Dave Renham. In fact, Dave Renham. Sounds better. Something like that. Dave Renham. I play the old classical line. C3 F5 is an old gambit I've done a video of recently. I haven't tried that much in 5 minutes. I might try it here. C3 F5, it looks quite aggressive. Is that GM that used that? Kavalek, yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. If you want to check out the Kavalek game recently, it was quite fun with loads of pawns. Can't do this out of interest. Is that crazy? Just wondering about the C3 D4 plans. If I can play aggressively here, mega aggressively, holding down D4. If I play like H6 and G5 and stuff, that might be a lot of fun to play. Or maybe even knight E7, G5, knight G6. Depends how energetic white is in punishing that. Bit of coffee here. Maybe between games. Yes, that is a point actually. It's gonna be a bit dodgy. I'm wondering about, okay, this position. If I can get knight G6 to F4 in, I think that might be a little bit dangerous for white. Mind you, why did I want to use that rook? That was dumb. Why don't I just use the other rook? Anyway, okay. Knight G6 to F4. I can do it like this, I guess, this one. Why did I just take the knight? Oh my god, why did I just take the knight? I'll just let him off, yeah. Just wake up. I just wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I was just thinking of doubling. Okay, yeah, the knight was saying I just let him off. Okay, that's fine. But I need to wake up. I really need to wake up. Let's try and wake up. Queen. Yes. All right. I'm threatening maybe rook f4. a6 is a really cool move though. Queen e3. Or just g6. Before this meltdown occurs over here. Oh, let's go back to the f3 knight. I might get that f3 knight anyway. At this rate. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. Sorry. Thanks. Well played. Well played. I think you were better. Okay, so Tricanti. All right, let's try and play something which I've played before, opening wise, rather than trying to make something up. I've played G6 quite a bit in recent months. Okay, this is a fairly bog standard position at the moment. Okay, I want to play like King H2 and F5, G5, Knight G6, maybe at some point E4 and then F4. I think that's the sort of basic plan here. Very aggressive. G5, Knight G6, F4, maybe even like G4 and then F3. Okay, this is the plan I like. Knight G6, G4, F3. Knight moves back. Knight D4 might be even threatening mate if the bishop was here. Be threatening knight E2 mate potentially. I'll take this A file. Give this knight E7. Can I? Yeah, maybe I should take this off. It's too strong. But I want to play after that G4, knowing that the H4 square is covered, then F3. It's kind of played it before a few times, this sort of thing. It's kind of rolling down the pawns, squishing the pieces. Yeah, I mean, the key thing here is also hemming in the bishop positionally. I think I will take that. Possibly. Okay, so I'm looking forward to hemming in the bishop, essentially. And the question is e4 worth playing just as a pawn sack? You know, I think it's probably quite interesting. Although bishop f5 probably is safer. I can just take that knight off. Bishop's not too bad there. If I take that knight off and h5, then bishop h6. Right, that's a strong knight, but if I get this position, I'm just thinking this bishop's like a prisoner. So bishop h6, if I can get it. Or h4. I think bishop g5, bishop f6. Don't mind exchanging off the good bishop of the opponent here, leaving that bad one, that naughty bishop on h1. So it's more positional than anything at the moment. I think taking is okay because it's a passed pawn there if he takes like that. If he takes like that, I'm wondering about the h file. So I think it's bad choices now for white. In fact, I'm wondering if takes maybe rook a3 because like there's f2. Almost mating. Okay, here the h file looks a killer. Like rook h8. Let's keep this rook in reserve. So rook h8, rook h3, then the other one. Yeah, this looks as though I'm going to remove the opponent's bad bishop if I can checkmate. Yeah, alright, I'll play on this side now, take that a file. So I'm not mating, but the a file is the only kind of main file here for the rooks. So, you know, rook a4, double. Happy with this. Okay. Yeah, happy with this. I think the knight can just come to b6. I guess I should stop king e6. Although, do I need to? I think my c pawn is pretty quick. He has to get his king out of the way. There's also this anyway. Alright, thanks for the game, Jacanti. Chess player 007. Let's play d4 for a bit of variety. I think I'm getting bored with e4 in all of these sessions. I can play other things as well sometimes because I like to play other things as well. Okay, I think I've seen this before. Kasparov-Karpov World Championship match. I think with just g3, not minding the doubled pawns. Kasparov against Karpov. It's happened. There was one World Championship match. I think this was topical. Not like this though. I'm not sure about this because I think I love my bishop's hair, basically. Although c4 could be a problem. If I take here, I think it's going to have a bind on c4 later. So probably maybe c5 is not so ridiculous as it seems, because what I want to do is shield c4. It's going to come into c4 anyway, right? Okay. I wanted, okay. Alright, it's the bishop pair against the knights. So how can I do damage with the bishop pair here? g4, g5, knight moves. a2 is vulnerable as well. I think I have to start some action over here. Okay. f5 opens up the bishop anyway. If it's a pawn sack, it's a pawn sack. It's I want to open up this bishop on as much as possible. In generally speaking, it will be double pawns anyway. So here, okay, fine. And pin that for a moment. It's got a bonus here on the rook, potentially. Protecting the pawn is useful as well. c4 is useful, I think. Let's try and undermine the knight. Hit the rook. This is livening up. No. Takes, I think f3 might be plausible. Takes here, maybe bishop b2. I'm hoping these bishops are gonna be handy now as the center opens up. f3, knight d6, actually he's got knight d6, so I'm happy just to get a bishop on d4 here if he does. Isn't f3 good here? Because I was on f6. So knight d6. I'm just taking on f6 actually. d2, queen e2. Yeah, knight d6 becomes possible, hitting my queen. Maybe just queen takes d2 there. This position, knight d6, maybe just queen takes d2, and I should be, well, there's knight c4. If I play queen d3 here, knight c4, there'll be bishop f6, d takes, queen takes d6. Oh, there's queen e1. I assume that's too dangerous. I should take this off. There's knight c4. Yeah, he's going to take my bishop, leaving me with not much to show. Unfortunately, for that conception, the implementation was not great. I've got these dark squares left though. So rook c1 for rook c8. Oh, knight f4 is coming. Okay. There's rook c5 there, which doesn't help. So, yeah. What to do? Okay. I don't like this knight coming to f4 particularly. It's passive. This is pretty passive. I thought you'd right. Oh man, I'm just groveling here. Groveling. It didn't work out earlier. Did not work out earlier. Oh, I think I needed that. If that is a mistake, I hope it was. He's offering a draw. I think I'm gonna have to accept it because yeah, thanks. Okay, just let me off there, thanks. Okay, out Gorshkov. I know time pressure and stuff, I mean, but he deserves it. Draw at least. So I'm not going to try and win on time as if I would on maybe if I was playing on somewhere else without this. Okay, so yeah, okay. No. It's sometimes in a more competitive context, you know, go with a time win, but not here. Go for a time win, but not here. I mean, some people argue, oh, you know, don't play without increments to avoid, but you know, part of Blitz is sometimes, anyway, it's not here. I'm trying to do a commentary, so I was outplayed. The bishop's opening up was a disaster. Okay, so e5 hits the rook. e5 hits the rook here, does it not? Yeah, just the implementation. I mean, you can have a great idea, but the implementation, if it's not there, it's not there. Basically, that's the harsh thing about chess. So I thought I was going to open up the bishops, and yeah, okay. So bishop d2 and castle queenside, maybe just to be able to castle. Hit the queen here. Because, oh, well, I was intending queen c7, knight e5. Okay. There's a check there, but I can just take it actually. So I think I'll play it. I don't think rook e1's that great. But have this position, king d2. Okay. Okay, thanks, Alec. Oh yeah, it's just e5. Got to watch out for that e5 thing. Yeah, I was on the watch out for e5. So, funny little avatar here, vulture, like a vulture. In fact, tick box for creating a new game. Does that mean selected? Okay, on to the next challenge, I think. Yeah, I think we're gonna board. Just make sure when you challenge. Hi Mektel. Hi there. I'm gonna try a bit of d4. A bit of variety. A bit of d4 today. Are we going into a Benoni? Alright, there's a sharp line which is path against none. Oh, bishop e7, not g6. Crafty. I'm going to play the f4 line anyway. I don't know, I'm going to play f4 anyway. Am I risking a lot doing this, I wonder? Because off none line is a quick f4 and bishop b5 check. It was unleashed at Olympiad just after John Nunn had done his book on the Benoni. Kasparov kind of smashed him in Olympiad. It's actually a game I might be covering on Tuesday. This is really interesting. Do I go completely crazy or just a little bit crazy? I'd just support the centre a bit more, I think, before playing for e5. So this pawn sack, where would it lead? Anyway. Does it lead anywhere? I can't see anything that concrete about it. Maybe bishop c4 first. So e5 looks pretty imminent. if the knight is the step back, e6 looks like a kind of Benoni squish strategy. It looks like a squish to me. This move, it looks a bit squishy here with with e6 in the air. It looks a little bit squishy, on the squishy side, I must admit. Maybe I'm overestimating. You must not overestimate or underestimate. Be objective, as cautionary said of Karpov. He does not overestimate or underestimate. He's like a fish. Okay, but can I be like a fish here? I don't know. It's easy to overestimate, I think, because I've got e7 check, winning the queen next move with discovered check. The Benoni is one of those structures which is like a boat which is about to capsize sometimes, I feel, structurally when you get in e5. But I mean, I know this is not Benoni with the fianchetto, but it's still a little bit similar feel to it. One of my students has asked me about the Benoni, and I said its heyday was the 1960s, because there's this line which kind of really gives white a dangerous initiative with the early f4 bishop b5, but with your move orders, I think you can avoid that mega dangerous line with particular move orders. Yeah. Okay, so this is check. Thanks, yeah, thanks, Victor. But it's true to the tell to play the Benoni, kind of. But okay, so Kaz, 1619. I played e4. Okay. Have I got anything interesting against the French defense from here? No. Let's play the Tarash. I'll play it like this. The knight's trying to hold the center. So this, I know this looks peculiar, but I'm hoping it's going to be okay. I've seen this sort of thing before quite a few times. If white can maintain this aggressive pawn chain, then there can be some opportunities later. I think knight g5 is already looking dangerous. Even if I don't castle here, I think just queen h5 is really dangerous. Although I wonder queen e8 just to repulse the queen. Probably just queen e8. Yeah. Will you take this gift? Aha. Okay, bit of fun maybe to be had. queen h1 if rook h8 for a moment. And then rook d2 to h2. Okay, I'll take that off to gain time for rook d2 to h2. This might be a bit of fun. Although my knight can't get into any key squares with these pawns there at the moment. Just wondering if my king's safe enough for a moment. Hope. I get rook h2. This might be too quick for the black king on knight b4 for queen a4 because of the checks basically. Although I might be wrong, I don't know. Knight b4 queen a4 is like potentially dangerous. Okay, here we go. Okay, just nudge this position slightly. King away to the first rank. This is an Alekine's gun, technically. The queen is at the base of the two rooks. The Alekine's gun, in fact. This looks like a mate. Looks like a false mate. I think this line, there's an inspiration. If you check Michael Hannigan, he's one of the few IMs to have won the British Championship. But I think he had 1 or 2 French defence games in the advanced Tarrasch, which were really attacking on the king side. Okay, thanks Kaz. Thanks, Kaz. If you get that aggressive pawn formation, the attack can be difficult to handle. Pythagorean style. Bishop g4. Alright, so bishop b4 looks interesting here. Can I do this without getting hammered? I've got the 2 knights against the bishops. Okay. I didn't have much success earlier with the bishops, so okay, so let's see if the knights are better for me. Can I get to play knight d4? Yeah, for c5. Oh, knight e2 for queen a1. Rook takes queen a1. Is attack, which is not on now. Maybe c5, just reinforce the knight. I like the knight on d4. If he's going to give up the bishop pair for that, that's yeah, I've nicked pawn in the opening. And if the rook moves, there's always knight f3 for winning a1. So yeah, I think he should move the rook out of the fire a9. So if I double behind this, then knight f3 again might be interesting for rook d1. So I'll try and double rooks for knight f3 and rook takes d1. Knight f3. Now if king g2, that's check. If king h1, oh, knight takes, rook takes, queen c6, queen d5 might save the day. There might be something stronger, but I'm missing here. I could just play positionally. I'll just play positionally. I want to just double for knight e2. If the bishop's going to be there, I know knight e2 is safeguarded by the queen at the moment. But if I was thinking positionally and prophylaxis, probably king g7 away from the light squares. Alright, there's always queen c6 check here anyway. For knight f3 potentially this is now dangerous. Or queen f3. Yeah, rook d5 to h5. If there's g4, there's no g4, it's pinned. I think rook d5 coming up next. If king h3, if king g1, oh, okay, rook d5 looks dangerous. Yeah, there's no back row tactic because I've got this g7 square, so threatening rook h5. Oh, that's interesting. Oh. Well, the rook's hanging here, actually. So I can probably just take here and then take the rook. That's probably simplest. I don't think I'll worry about e6 because, well, it's not a worry, e6. I think I'm just taking on d1. Yeah, sometimes the bishop pair is just unwieldy. You just cannot get time to use that bishop pair, as I found out earlier. Sometimes it's easier just to entrench knights. Okay, thanks for the game. Thanks for the game, Cedric. Don. Let's play d4. And take King's Indian with white. What line do I want? Probably classical. Alright, so I'm going to play this Shirov line with an early g4. Yeah, Shirov line. So the idea is try and avoid getting mated, play for c5. So this position, b4, c5, rook c1, maybe even queen g1 if needed. c5 here would seem plausible actually. Just play rook c1 and stuff. I just blundered the piece, haven't I? I should really look what I'm doing. Oh, God. I'll play this anyway. A bit overexcited by the position. Nevertheless, it's a pawn for a piece, great, which you can get also all the heavy pieces off. But his king's slightly exposed now after a6. He didn't need to do that. He could have just got things off. Now I might have a chance with bishop e6 to f5 to get some material back. It's queen b3 check here. Looks dangerous for queen e6. This is dangerous for bishop b6 if the king's ever on d8. And there's hg if I want to take with the rook now. I probably do. Don't think there's a little trick there for rook h2 or anything. Yeah, I think the king's bad spot. Yeah, I'm threatening all sorts of really. There's bishop e6 probably winning the queen. Knight a5 probably taken and just get my piece back. Right, I'll just take it here. Yeah, I was a bit lucky now. Yeah, for some reason I don't know. thanks. Got Tanagonas. Knight b5 without bishop takes b5 would have been an improvement for me, I think. But yeah, the king. I mean, the king. Oh, for some reason I get overexcited in that sort of position. I turn off my calculation. Sometimes, unfortunately, overexcited. You know, thematic thinking, you know, c5 and all that thematic thinking. Oh well. I don't want to draw here particularly. Let's play. Okay. I'm hoping for rook g1, knight h5. I'm going to probably just take now. So knight h5, I think king h8, knight h5, rook g8, there's rook g7, I mean that's difficult. Bishop g8, no, hang on. Rook g8, rook g7, there's no bishop g8. I think rook g7 is pretty terminal actually. After that, rook g8, rook g7 is pretty terminal. Okay, thanks for the game. Thanks for the game. Tanner Gonzalez. Vulture, we're going to try and play now. I think we had a problem earlier. We got another problem. He's not pressing that. All right. Yeah, I was going to play H pawn here. Looks like fun to me. Just go with the H pawn attack, yeah. Because white's castled a bit, maybe too early. This looks easy to play now because Queen D7, Bishop H3. There's also ED Knight D4 with that nice pin. ED Knight Knight E5 for F3 looks really dangerous. Yeah, this is easy to play, I think. Bishop H3 looks very dangerous. Oh, this yeah, Knight F3 looks very dangerous. I think Knight D4, maybe I'd take that first, then Knight F3. Looks close to mating. Well, if takes. That's close to mating on H1. I guess that's plausible. Yeah, I guess. Okay, retreat. So Bishop H3 coming next. Still looks pretty tasty, this position. To me, I think very tasty. In fact, on rook F2 takes rook G2, Queen H3 for Knight G4. Aha. Oh man, what have I done? What have I done? Oh dear, oh dear. Unintentional queen sack. c6, knight goes back, rook e8. I'll still be with a bit of pressure. Things are getting worse. And there's no bishop e3, unfortunately. I'll take my fun while I can. It's on g7 now. Ah, that's just brilliant. As well as a7. I've really messed this one up. Wow. Oh, wow. That's just amazing. How did I do this? Incredible. Oh, knight d3. Knight f2 cheaper. I'm still bishop though. Ah. There's no point playing on. Oh. Yeah, I'm crashing the rating today. Okay, well played anyway. I thought I was winning, and again, I'm just a bit complacent and stuff. This is a 5-minute game. Okay, so I'm on the rook. Okay, takes, knight h5, queen g4. I'll take queen g7. Okay. Over here. Yes. No, C3 or C4. This is all pretty dangerous, actually. This looks really dangerous. Try for Queen A5. Shredded on the dark squares. So Queen E4. Any sign of a counter-attack? Probably not. Probably not. I try and get the queens off, or there's E3. There's E3. Maybe rook to D7. If I get rook D2, rook D7, there might be a fighting chance. I'll double the rooks. Trying to avoid getting mated. Okay, need to move here. Maybe rook D. I don't know, rook D1, maybe. My back row is going to be really weak. Queen G1, Queen A1 coming up. That's a problem. I wouldn't have thought there's a major counter-attack on the way. Is there Queen E5 check possible on rook C2? Anyway, he can just take on B3, can't he? Okay, this is getting weird. Rook takes C7, Queen takes as Queen B4. Okay, I think Queen B4 check could be saving my bacon, I think. From otherwise depressing game against someone I didn't want to play after being beaten up all the time. But anyway, this could be saving the bacon here, this check. Oh, yeah, it's killing me. Yes, lucky bunny there. I was a lucky bunny, to say the least. God, these sessions are quite hard to... Jeez, man. He's suffering the same thing as me. I relax when I am thinking I'm crushing, and the pedal, the foot comes off the pedal, you know. I think it was just taking the bishop. It was terrible. It was a terrible position. I mean, it was. I think it was just so crushing. He relaxed. Yeah, pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. You know that happens. You know, just relax. Relax. Sometimes, especially to people like me. Okay. Okay. It's funny how these checks and chess are so brutal, the way they can swing positions, which, you know, you think that some sort of miracle is needed, and might be some check, and then, yeah, whatever. That's probably why your king shouldn't be stuck in the center when you're like okay, I should move the king out of the center, I think. Yes. It's blimey, should we make this the last game, because it's like 2:30. Did we start at, and I've lost enough this week to last at least 2 weeks worth. So yeah, should we make this the last game? Thanks for coming anyway. So you guys gave me a really good hiding this week. And I could have lost even more, so for sure. But yeah, okay. So bishop e6. Let's try and keep things protected. Bits and pieces protected, like f7. Keep the rooks. I think there's this one. Okay. Let's try not to lose the queen. Okay. Try not to stalemate. There's a pawn. There's still a pawn. All right. Yeah. 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 Okay. I hope it was a bit of fun anyway. Yeah. Okay. Comments, questions, likes, appreciated. And see you next week. Okay. Cheers then.